am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
I'm not sure on why I hit this live button so soon, but I wonder if am I the only one who think that everybody else are sheep? I really want to know. Is everybody else on here sheep? Does anybody else see what's that everybody's being processed into the slaughterhouse? Am I the only one who's seeing it? I hope I'm not the only one who sees it. Um, but if you tell people something, you know, if you tell people what's going on, oh, you're this, you're that, you know. Oh, you're being too intellectual, you know. Do y'all actually see that there's an existential threat that's looming? Actually, there's three existential threats facing you as a society, and y'all just clueless. You know, I'm listening to. I wish I would show the footage, but I don't even want to highlight this woman's channel, right? She kind of reminds me of these sick MGTOWs, okay, of these manosphere, because she does the same thing, the trauma bonding. You know, I'm like this. Listen, if you are a person who has a bad relationship, I'm referring to Julius O. Wells, right? Julius O. Wells, her channel, right? And knowing about her history. See, I've been watching her since she got into my radar during the election. After the election of when Kamala lost the election, that's when I first noticed her. She was in my algorithm for some strange reason, and every video is the same thing. You know, she get her big forehead up on the screen and talking about, you know, men this, men that. And I'm sitting there like, with all the other things going around in this world, you're concerned about that. You ain't no better than the red pill. You ain't no better than the manosphere, the SYSBM, MGTOW. You ain't no better. You ain't no better than them. You know, all she talked about is her abusive ex husband, and saying there's no such thing as a happy marriage. Telling other women there's no such thing as a happy marriage. You ain't no better than those MGTOWs who say the same thing about on the men's side. y'all need to get the fuck off YouTube and stop spreading these stupid, idiotic messages. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I'm sitting here just listening. Every time I open a YouTube channel, a YouTube page, her videos keep pop up in my and you know. I'm like, oh, here we go. We got a female version of MGTOW. Okay, here we go. I was married to abusive ex-husband, and men need to be afraid of women, and you know there's no such thing as a happy marriage. Yuck, 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 yuck. I'm just sitting there like, wow. Is everything has to be a dour? You know, these coping mechanisms. Y'all want to cope? No, stop coming to YouTube to cope. Get you some damn help. All of y'all are miserable in life. See, let me help you out, right? Let me help you out. And this reason why I want the red pill community to be destroyed, right? Along with the female uh side of it as well, right? We cannot pass this on to the next generation. This is, everybody thinking, Big J, you're anti-red pill because you're trying to cape for women. You're trying to simp for women. No, the issue is we can't pass this on to the next generation. We got a lot of Zoomers and Generation Alphas who still Generation Alpha is in where's Jennifer? Generation Alpha is in elementary school right now, right? They're elementary, junior high, right? I don't want them to learn anything from any of you MGTOWs, you fucking ass BWE. I don't want them to learn nothing from y'all. We should stop it where we're at. Don't let that go to the next generation. Don't got time for it. Now, as for me, I believe in the sanctity of marriage. I'm not against relationships. Although I may never be in a relationship, but I respect marriage, and I'm glad to see a man. Oh, I'm glad that a man and a woman get together. I'm glad to see a young man and a young woman getting together. That's fine. But I might not never be. See, some of y'all gonna have to cut that cord. Okay? What's going on, Queen? Yeah, let me go ahead and show the comments then. Who got together? No, nobody. I'm just talking in general statement. I'm just making a general statement. I'm happy if a man and a woman got together, right? That's good, right? But for the rest of us who are in our 40s and 50s, stop coming online trying to discourage a man and woman to getting together because you failed. Listen, I failed. Um, Therefore, because I failed doesn't mean everybody else should. And it's very selfish how some of you people are. Julius O. Wells, you MGTOWs, all of y'all. Julius O. Wells get on my that woman gets on my nerves. I'm sorry. Her and Cynthia G get on my nerves along with these MGTOW and MGTOW brothers. Right? And I'm sitting there like, do you want everybody else to be as miserable and trauma bonding as you? And when I say getting married, I'm talking about married to create a family, right? Um, the experience of being in love young, okay? The experience of being in love young. We should never sit there and come online and say my mita betters and men men are dangerous and women we all good and you know I like to ask Miss O'Wells. I like to ask her a question. Um, Now it's none of my business, and but the question needs to be asked. Well, how would your son, if you have a son, I don't know, right? I'm just going to assume, right? I'm going to assume, so I'm not in that woman's business like this. But if you have a son, how would you think he would react by your commentary? Same way to those metabetas in those SYSBM guys. How would y'all react if your daughter finds a YouTube video of you expounding your spewing out your nonsense? I mean, if you have the chance to have a daughter, some of you guys are going to remain incels forever. So, but anyway, those who happen to be on child support, um, if you have a daughter, how would you uh say to your daughter if she found some of your videos where you're spewing nonsense about you being red pilled and women um are beneath you or she doesn't count? How do any of y'all going to explain that to her? See, I've been really want to ask that question. I really want to ask Kristen Carazon this question long time ago. Um, I really want. I remember I want to ask Christian Carazon that question on the Chat Factor channel when Chat Factor was on Talk Shoe back in the day before David Carroll messed that up. I said I really want to ask Christian Carazon this question. Okay, you have a son and um you have a son. How do you feel your black male bashing? How would that affect your son? Even though your son might be mixed, but the world going to see him as a black man, because he's mixed. The world going to see him as a black man first rather than see him as mixed. Or he's been characterized by eyesight as black. So how would that feel? Have y'all ever thought about how your son might be viewed by the women who support you? or those who receive your message about how awful black men are, do they ever sit there and think for 1 minute about the rhetoric that they spew? And you're right, Queen. They don't. You know, you're right, Queen. They don't give an ounce of a fuck. They don't. You know, and I've been wanting to ask that question in person on a panel. I would like to ask Cynthia G this, but Cynthia G don't have a son. I don't believe. I think she has a girl, but I like to ask her that. I would like to ask Julius Julio Wells. I like to ask all these so-called mothers whose content is anti-male. Same way like all these MGTOW idiots. You talk about the women this and women that. I like to ask the men that. Oh, wait, hold on. You got sons? No, you got daughters. How would your daughters feel about this red pill ideology you spew? Women are hoes. Women are bitches. Da 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 da. That's why I said on my last live stream, black people are not going to solve. It's not going to save America because black people as a whole are stuck on relationship talk. They're stuck on relationship topics. Let me cut this heater off. Hold on. Do I have another mouse trap? Because I know I picked up another dead mouse earlier. Anyway, you know, uh, yeah. So I just, I just sit and just thinking like, you don't think that, um, you know, okay. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. Now I know who this person is, right? I know who this little punk ass nigga is, right? So if you feel so froggy, jump on the panel. Hold on, no, no, hold on. Let me do this on my YouTube. Yeah, let me go ahead and drop this link for you. I know who that is, Mister. I can't get a clue about shit, Mister. I follow other men, rather thinking for himself. Mister, I rather coon for white men because you got a problem with a black men. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you're gonna jump on the panel, you better be respectful. If you're gonna jump on this panel, you better be respectful when you jump on this panel. Otherwise, you better hold your motherfucking peace. Cause I ain't gonna be there too many punks and shit. See, the problem is my problem with you is you don't know how to talk to people right. That's been my biggest problem with you. You don't everybody who disagrees with you, they always been called a punk or a bitch or they called name calling. No, you are an avatar. See, you have a gang of You create fake names. You create fake names as if you're part of a team when you see that right there? He's repeating what somebody else told him. No, you have a team that you created by sock accounts. That's why them white boys is on your ass though. Them white boys are cooking the shit out your ass. That's why them white boys are dragging your ass. That's why I ain't even saying your fucking name. You should be more worried about the white boys coming after you. All I want, nigga, is your leaders. That's who I want. I want your leaders. I want Anger Man. I want Anton. I want MTR. I want BGS. I want your leaders. You are small fry. Okay? It's your leaders who I want. I don't care about silencing you. I want Obsidian. That's who I want. I want your leaders. I want Rolo Tomasi. Yeah. You want to talk about contradictions? Hey, call out Anton's contradictions because you had your head up his ass. The link already has been dropped. I don't know why people don't see it. The link been dropped. Hold on. Let me show you the link. The link has been dropped. All right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where I dropped that link at? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's not on my YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. It's on my Twitch. Let me go on my YouTube to drop the link. I'm sorry, I dropped it on my Twitch. Never mind. Okay. Well, the link is right there. You know, it's your leaders who I want. Julius O. Wells is not my enemy, jackass. And I'm saying her name. She's not my enemy. That see how lack of comprehension you said. When I said Julius O. Wells is my enemy, I said though what she presents is problematic. Notice I'm talking about a woman who makes videos talking about men ain't shit. Lowell, I don't know, use Jules O'Well or I don't know. I'm getting tired of seeing her videos in my algorithm. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm seeing her and I'm seeing these MGTOWs. Like y'all gotta get y'all some help. Well, the link is in the description box. Hold on, the link is hold on. I just put the link in the chat room. I mean, do it again. You know what? Input down here then. Well, it's showing up on my Twitch. It's showing up on my Twitch and it's showing up on Kicks. I don't know what the man. StreamYards fucking up. StreamYards is fucking up because they're all supposed to be hit. Because I see it on my Twitch. Hold on. Let me show you the link on my Twitch. All right, it's right here on my Twitch, and it's on my Kicks right here. So why ain't showing up on my YouTube? But anyway, where was I at? He want to act like he's his troll when that's really him. But anyway, that's weird because once you do the StreamYard, once you put the link in, it wasn't show on every play everywhere. Okay, now though it says here, hold on. It says this. Oh, YouTube reject your comment. This is fairly common when linking, when sharing a link. You may need to share the link another way. Hold on. Let me put this again. Yep. Hold on. See, yeah, it's doing that on my Kicks and Twitch, but see, hold on. Let me go. Let me put this in my YouTube. Because it happened to somebody else's channel. Dave said, I told Big J his chat doesn't show messages and he cussed me out. Hold on, put all. Yeah, because it did that the other day because TD was trying to give me a super chat and he couldn't. He couldn't send me a super chat, and that was weird. Talking about, oh, I'm vindicated. Well, Dave, I don't know. Sometimes, Dave, you be talking a lot of shit in that chat room. I can't tell if you're being serious or you being truthful. Hold on, let me do this again. See, it's doing that on that YouTube again. Hold on, let me go on YouTube proper. Queen. You don't have to do it. Right. I'm glad though. Listen, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Cause yeah, I've been noticing it's been acting goofy for like a week and a half. I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that shit. But anyway, where was I at? Because I really wasn't, I really was talking about her and shit. And I'm like, If you're hurt, uh, if you're really hurt, stop trying to make other people hurt. How can a hurt person help you? I gotta say it. How can a hurt person hurt you? Help you? If my leg is broken and your leg is broken and we're under a wreckage, how am I supposed to help your ass when both our legs are broke? Do you understand the analogy of it? Hey, Queen, it's all right. You don't have to you don't have you don't have to post it because the time is already passed, and Cheese Dip is about to get his ass booted in a minute. Okay, he already he had his chance. He had his chance. Anyway, do not boot him yet. Don't boo him yet. Just wait until he say something stupid. Then then I'm gonna kick his ass out. Anyway, I'm allowing him to talk. Right? It's like people just shopping for misery. Is there some some people who are miserable as I am? And that's what she does. I want to see how hurt this person had to be. I want to see how somebody. I'm going to shop around online and see how many people are hurt like me, so I can give out relationship advice. Who does that? And we got people around here who are sheep, just not understanding that these people don't have your best interest in heart. They don't. They really don't. All right. And you got people following that shit. I don't care if you're male or female. Listen, like I said, not everybody's going to make it. Do you understand that? Not everybody's going to have the marriage that they want. Not everybody's going to get married young. Not everybody's going to get the dream that um the dream that they wanted. There's a thing called reality. So stop trying to egg on people who are younger than you, calling yourself I'm anti this and I'm uncle that. Anybody who says that they're anti this and uncle that and they're giving out bad advice based upon their pain and suffering, they don't have your best interest in heart. Never had. See, I'm nobody's uncle over here. I ain't trying to tell some young 20-some-year-old to feel like me. Oh, you should feel how I feel because in 1997 this happened. That 20-year-old wasn't even around in 1997. He comes from a different time and possibly a different place. Why should I let the other person feel the same way I do when that person is young? That person has more available things at his or her exposal. Just because I might be, and I'm using that as an example. I ain't saying I am, but as an example, if I'm miserable, why should I want somebody else be as miserable? That's the dumbest question I ever said. How does it affect you in a negative way? I'm not talking about me, little cheese dip. I'm talking about how it affects the next generation. Didn't I say this about 25 minutes ago? No, but you so busy, little cheese dip, trying to talk and shit, trying to be a troll. I already know who you are anyway. That's, you know, if you pay attention and start using some uh you have some comprehension skills. I'm talking about the next generation. The next generation needs to be saved from the rhetoric re-spewed today. That's why I'm against the manosphere. That's why I'm against the BWE. You know, I'm against both because instead of fixing the problem of today, y'all want to pass it on to the next generation. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, FDC signifier. Somebody asked FD, why do you have so many channels? Somebody asked FD signifier, nigga, how many channels do you have? How many channels do you actually have? And he understand his assignment because yeah, homeboy over there mad. Homeboy's over there mad. Kuda is pissed off. He pissed Kuda off last night. Kuda was pissed off about that video. You know, Kuda was mad on his live stream last night. I listened to some of it while I was at work. Yeah, he over there mad. Well, Kuda, well, and you know this whole thing about game. You're too old to be talking about game. I'm gonna tell this to some of y'all. Y'all are too old talking about game. You know. You know. I got game. Bro, nigga, you don't. Stop telling people you got game. You ain't no Mac Daddy. Stop it. I wish y'all stop talking about you got game and and you know, and all what Kuda could have done is stay here in America. If you got all this game, why are you up in Thailand? If you got game, I'm just saying. Too many of y'all watch too many movies. Now, I'm telling you this right now. Y'all watch too many movies and think that women and men uh, are supposed to do the same. Like I go to the club and I pick me up a botch and me and this botch went ahead and had sex and blah 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 blah. Not everybody go to the club to get sex. You know. Uh. You know. Stop acting like everything is a movie. Like, no, people form relationships in different ways. You know, no, you're not going to hit my link because the link has been closed. That was for one person, and since that one person didn't want to jump on the panel, I'm continuing on without the link. But yeah, and plus though, I just got off from work. I don't got time to do no panels with y'all. You know, no these long ass live stream panels. I don't got time to do all that shit. So I, I just wish that one day that y'all will open your eyes and saying, "Wait a minute, we're wasting our time on this shit." What's going on, V Dub? I really hope one day y'all open up your eyes and said, you know, we're wasting our time trauma bonding. And Queen, you and I said, me and you had this conversation, and I told people that a famine is coming. Why you worry about what miserable adults do? Because those people are going to affect the next generation. That's why. And if the system shuts down, they be the main ones to do violent acts. Okay, they be the first ones to do the violence. If all the electricity shuts down for 3 days, they be the main ones doing violence, attacking people, stealing, taking, put the hands on people, putting hands on people where putting the hands on somebody where it doesn't belong at. Those be the first ones. So yeah, I do be looking at these miserable adults because if modern conveniences shut down tomorrow, I said, you know what, I gotta have my Second Amendment. Okay, I gotta have my Second Amendment ready. What's going on, SD? Oh yeah, shout out to the people who watched my response to the State of the Union, and I'm surprised I didn't go drinking after that. I'm surprised I have not opened up, crack open a bottle of Jack Daniels on that. Right. People will be blowing crazy. Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly, Fred. Exactly. It's like this. Listen, I did a video that I did not upload. I did a video that I did not upload, and I'm thinking about uploading it. Last week, last week, I dug I dug a big ass hole in the ground. Hold on, she said, "Well, don't." Yeah, 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 yeah. But I'm just saying, after watching the State of the Union, I wanted to drink. Tell you the truth, that was just terrible. Angry Man will be going in the fetal position because he couldn't argue with AI. Right. You know what? I didn't find that video when he was trying to talk to Chat GPT. I got to find that video. Him and Mr. Fantastic talking to Chat GPT. That shit was hilarious. But you know what? I'm gonna get on going. Let me get off of here. But famine is coming. Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody right now. Famine is coming. I'm gonna give y'all five more years. Famine is coming into America. Y'all not gonna be feeding y'all selves. But anyway, I skipping over myself. But smoke signal. Did you see that, Taz? No, I have not though, Deacon. I have not. I have not. I dug a hole. I did a video when I dug a hole in the ground. And I said, listen, if it wasn't for YouTube, you niggas would be in jail or in hell. I meant to upload that video because I showed myself in a hole in the ground. And I told you Negroes, if it wasn't for YouTube, you niggas would be in the dirt or locked up in a jail cell. I'm talking to the men now, right? Y'all will be in hell or in jail. And I dug a big ass hole. And I pointed on my shovel and at my feet. You know what? You know what? Let me go ahead and upload that video because the reason why I didn't upload it because it would be perceived as a threat, and I didn't want to upload that video, but yeah, I had a shovel in the hole, and I said, for all you manosphere nuts, y'all very glad you on YouTube because if it wasn't for YouTube, you niggas would be in prison or buried somewhere. Right, right, right. You know, but I decided not to put the video, upload that video because I just think some people might take it the wrong way because some niggas don't know how to comprehend shit right. You know. Anyway, let me get out of here. Let me take my ass to. I might be live later today or later this morning. Who knows? I might be live later today. But thank y'all for the video on the with Aaron Fountain. That really pissed people off. That Aaron Fountain live stream pissed some of y'all asses off. Good, right? Good. Also, my review of the State of the Union. Thank y'all for that, for the donations on that one, the Cash App. Thank y'all for the Cash App on that. So hold on. He said, I'm going to see if Stanley wants to review what. Most of the early content creators were felons. Remember that? Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. But I don't see what the fuck Taz talking about. Talking about I was in jail for YouTube. Nigga, I ain't talking about you, but go on. I mean, smoke signal. Oh, you talking about smoke signal and Taz? Oh. Because of who Aaron Fountain is and all that, because he's exposed the manosphere and all that. Yeah. Some people didn't like that video. Yeah, I heard through the grapevine. Some people was pissed off about that shit. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, let me get off of here. Since I just got off from work and shit, I ain't gonna be up. I'm just rambling for the morning. So I'll see y'all next time. And I'm out. Y'all have a good one. I hate to cut this short, but I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. That's not true at all. Y'all tripping. Well, according to another channel, somebody, a couple people was kind of upset about that. Well, since Big J ain't gonna do anything, he's a do nothing. Y'all don't know what's in store. I told you, I want your leaders. Okay? I want your leaders. So let me get off of here. I'll see y'all next time. Femi, shout out to you, Femi. So let me get out of here. And I might be live later this morning, or if I decide not to sleep, or But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.